Welcome back to Google Class. Dear students, viewers, how are you? Today I am going to discuss with you Transfer of Property Act. Okay. So under chapter Lease, this is new chapter, Lease of Immovable Property. Under section 105 to 117. Okay, section 105 to 117. Okay, and a definition and essential of lease. Definition and essentials of lease. Section 105 to 107. Okay, here what is the meaning of lease? Lease means a conveyance or grant of the possession of property to lost during the life of a person or for a term of years or other fixed period, and usually with the reservation of a rent. It is essential that a lease shall specify the period during which the lease is to endure and the beginning and end of the term. Okay, this is the meaning. Okay, section 105 of the Transfer of Property Act 1882 defines lease. As per the TP Act section 105, lease define a lease of immovable property is transfer of your right to enjoy such property made for a certain time, expressed or implied. Expressed or implied. Implied means oral also sometimes. Okay. In or in perpetuity, in consideration of price paid or promised or of money, a share of crops, 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 service or any other thing of value to be rendered periodically or on specified occasion to the transferor by the transferee who accept the transfer on such terms. Okay, this is defined. And another one, lessor, lessee, premium and rent. Define the same 105. The transferor is called the lessor. Okay, the transferor. Who is a transferor? Transferor is called the lessor as per the lease. The transferee is called the lessee. Transferee is called the lessee. 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 Here the price is called the premium. Price, PRICE, price is called the premium. Okay. And the money, share, service and other thing to be so rendered is called the rent. Okay, normally we know the rent. Many persons are collecting rent from the tenants. Okay, so that is a rent, that's all. Okay, and I'll give you another thing, essentials of lease. What are the essentials? 5 essentials. Number 1, the parties. Number 2, the subject matter or immovable property. Number 3, the demise or partial transfer. Number 4, the term. And number 5, the consideration. So the first one I will discuss in this situation. Parties. There are 2 parties. Number 1, the lessor and the lessee. Number 1 is lessor, number 2 is lessee. Okay, here the landlord is called the lessor, Lessor, landlord, okay, or owner of the property, and he is the transferor of the property. The transferee is called lessee, Lesse, transferee is called the lessee, okay. For example, last chapter we discussed, last videos, mortgage or mortgagee, okay. Mortgagor is a giver, mortgagor is a mortgage, pledge the mortgage property, loan giver is a mortgagee, same methodology only. So here transferor, transferee, okay, this concept is transferor, transferee. Here transferee is called lessee, Lessee, okay, lessee. Both of them must be competent persons to contract under the law. Who are all competent person? Major, okay. Minor cannot become the lessee, but he may become the transferor or transferee under the lawful guardianship, okay. Similarly, the persons of unsound mind are not competent to contract. This is number one, the parties, the essential of lease. And the second one, the subject matter of immovable property. The subject matter of lease must be immovable property. The immovable property has been defined in section 3 of the Transfer of Property Act 1882, okay. Therefore, the subject matter includes land, house, mines, and also the benefits to arise out of the land, such as fisheries, ferries, 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 market dues, standing trees, etc. Okay, I think this also we already studied, okay. And third one, demise or partial transfer. Here demise means originally any transferor succession of a right, but now it gives the meaning to grant a lease of lands or other hereditaments, okay. Hereditaments, I'll give you spelling, HEREDITAMENTS, hereditaments, okay. Here a demise or a transfer of a right to enjoy land for a term or in perpetuity in consideration of a price paid or promised or services or things value to be rendered periodically or on specified occasions to the transferor. If ownership is transferred with or without restrictions, it is not a lease. In a lease, the ownership always lies with the lessor, but the lessee enjoys it for a fixed period by paying consideration for such enjoyment. A lease, therefore, is not a mere contract but is a transfer of an interest in property and creates a right in rem, okay. The fourth point, the fourth essential of lease, the term, okay. The term means the duration of lease period shall be determined by both the parties, okay. It is not, however, necessary that the term of lease should be for a fixed period. It is sufficient if it is definite, okay. The above four category. And the last one, the consideration, okay. Consideration means the consideration is either premium or rent, okay. Premium is the price paid or promised in consideration of that demise. The consideration may be rent plus premium as well as rent alone or premium alone. The price is called the premium. The money, share of crops, service or other things to be rendered is called the rent. The inclusion of the municipal taxes, water taxes, electrical charges, etc. in rent depends upon the mutual agreement of the lessee and lessor. Rent is paid periodically, that is monthly or yearly. Usually the house rents are paid monthly and the agricultural rents are paid yearly once. The mode of payment, the quantity of the amount shall be fixed by the lessor and lessee in the lease agreement itself. Okay, this is what consideration. So the above 5 essential ingredients needs for lease. Okay, this above all explained about only section 105 of the TP Act 1882. Okay, let's see another section 106. Section 106 explains the provision about duration of certain lease where there are no contracts in writing or usage. Okay, section 106 explain duration of certain leases in absence of written contract or local usage. What is that? In the absence of a contract or local law or usage to the contrary, a lease of immovable property for agricultural or manufacturing process shall be deemed to be a lease from year to year, okay, terminable on the part of the either lessor or lessee by 6 months notice expiring with the end of the year of the tenancy, and a lease of immovable property for any other purpose shall be deemed to be a lease from month to month, terminable on the part of the either lessor or lessee by 15 days notice expiring with the end of the month of the tenancy. Okay, every notice under this section must be in writing, signed by or on behalf of the persons giving it, and either be sent by post to the party who is intended to be bound by it, or be tendered or delivered personally to such party, or to one of his family or servants at his residence, or if such tender or delivery is not practicable, affixed to a conspicuous part of the property. Okay, this is what I explained section 106 of the Transfer of Property Act 1882. Okay students, now it's clear this portion. Okay, next section will meet you again next Google class. Okay, bye students, take care.